Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we're watching A Beautiful Mind. What do you know about this movie?
This is Russell Crowe and Ron Howard. That's all I got.
Yeah, so we've seen a couple of Russell Crowe films. I think we've seen at least one Ron Howard movie. This is definitely highly recommended on pretty much all of those reactions. Love Russell Crowe. Ron Howard's a fantastic director. I don't know if I've fully seen this movie. We might just consider this as your first time watching because I think I know a spoiler. I don't fully remember. It's gonna have to happen for me to be like, oh yeah, that is this movie, or it won't happen and I'll be like, I have not seen this movie. So I'll just go in thinking about that spoiler, but for sure, you've never seen this.
I have not, and I don't know what it's about.
Perfect. So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on our Twitch, Instagram, or Twitter, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the movie. Princeton University.
Mathematicians, who among you will be the vanguard of democracy, freedom, and discovery?
Oh.
Quite a speech. So it's a math movie.
Okay.
He's got his sights set on Wheeler Lab, the new military think tank at MIT.
Quite a tie.
There could be a mathematical explanation for how bad your tie is.
Thank you. Nielsen, symbol cryptography.
Name's Bender, atomic physics.
Yeah, I'll take another.
Ooh.
Rude.
An honest mistake.
I imagine you're getting quite used to miscalculation.
Oh.
He came ready.
Read your preprints, and I am supremely confident that there is not a single seminal or innovative idea in either one of them.
Oh, damn.
Gentlemen, meet John Nash, the other winner of the Distinguished Carnegie Scholarship.
John Nash.
Best place for the desk.
Nice view.
Christ.
Oh, whoa.
Do you know that having a hangover is not having enough water in your body?
Yeah, wait. Is there only one bed in there?
I don't know.
John Nash.
Hello?
Charles Herman.
Oh, that's our living room.
English department cocktails. Cock was mine. The tail belonged to a particularly lovely young thing.
It's got jokes.
You're not easily distracted, are you?
I'm here to work.
Oh, no cookie.
Is my roommate a dick?
A little bit.
If we can't break the ice, how about we drown it?
There you go.
I was confident Charles will bring him out.
Oh, yeah.
2 helpings of brain, but only half a helping of heart.
Wow, she sounds lovely.
I cannot waste time with these classes and memorizing the weak assumptions of lesser mortals.
Views himself very highly.
Find a truly original idea. That's the only way I'll ever distinguish myself.
Whoever wins, Saul does his laundry all
Does
semester.
that seem unfair to anyone else?
I'm hoping to extract an algorithm to define their movement.
Seems pretty difficult.
Nash is gonna stun us all with his genius. Just another way of saying he doesn't have the nerve to compete. You scared?
Ooh, challenge.
No starch. Pressed and folded.
Oh?
He's taking it.
What if you never come up with your original idea? What if you lose?
Ooh, did he just lose?
I think so.
You should not have won. I had the first move. My play was perfect.
Oh!
Damn.
Great John Nash.
His confidence went.
Way down.
Yeah.
Wonder if he cheated, though.
See, if I could derive an equilibrium where nobody loses.
When did you last eat? Now, pizza I have enormous respect for. And of course, beer.
We really went like straight into the complexity that he's going through.
Niels is trying to get your attention.
Are they playing a prank on him? I feel like none of these guys are really cool with Nash.
And I remind you that my odds of success dramatically improve with each attempt.
I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't either.
Maybe you want to buy me a drink.
I don't exactly know what I'm required to say in order for you to have intercourse with me.
Oh,
I mean, essentially, we're talking about fluid exchange, right? So could we just go straight to the sex?
so romantic.
No.
Have a nice night, asshole.
I especially like the bit about fluid exchange.
Like he doesn't know how to be human.
Your original idea, yes.
Governing dynamics, sir.
It's very clever, John, but I'm afraid it's just not nearly good enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's not doing anything. He's not even going to class.
It's the pens, reserved for a member of the department that makes the achievement of a lifetime.
Recognition.
Well, try saying accomplishment. Your record doesn't warrant any placement at all.
I don't know what that means, though. Is he out of school?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
It's enough. Your answer is out there.
snapped. Oh. Oh my God. Thank God no one was down there.
It's heavy. That Isaac Newton fellow was right. He was onto something, clever boy.
Man, can you imagine if he didn't have this roommate?
Charles is literally the best.
Oh. Does anyone else feel she should be moving in slow motion?
She's looking over here. Right? She's looking at Nash.
History books.
What is he seeing?
If we all go for the blonde, we block each other. Not a single one of us is going to get her. What if no one goes for the blonde? We don't get in each other's way, and we don't insult the other girls. It's the only way we win.
Whoa.
That's the only way we all get laid.
Just became a Lade equation.
Best result comes from everyone in the group doing what's best for himself, right? Incomplete. Doing what's best for himself and the group.
This is some way for you to get the blonde on your own.
Governing dynamics. Adam Schmitt.
Adam Smith was never in a bar trying to pick up chicks, I guess.
Thank you.
All right, what is he gonna apply this to?
Did he get a new desk or fix the desk?
Well,
Like, yeah, the transition of seasons.
You do realize this flies in the face of 150 years of economic theory. That's rather presumptuous, don't you think?
It is, sir.
you met him?
With a breakthrough of this magnitude, I'm confident you will get any placement you like.
Dang.
They'll ask you to recommend 2 team members. Has it occurred to you, Mr. Nash, that Solomon might have plans of their own?
I think they might want to change. 5 years later.
I appreciate that. I didn't have to math.
I don't even remember where we started.
I thought we were in 47.
Oh, yeah, 47.
The analyst from Wheeler Lab is here.
Dr. Nash, your coach?
Dr. Nash.
Computer can't detect a pattern, but I'm sure it's code.
Oh, man.
Doctor?
Just already looking at it differently. Whoa. It's been looking at these numbers for a while, getting closer and closer.
I need a map.
Your coordinates?
Yeah.
These are latitudes and longitudes. They appear to be routing orders across the border into the U.S.
Damn.
We need to move on this.
Who's Big Brother?
You've done your country a great service, son.
Yeah, you don't get to know more.
Why do the Russians move in general?
Captain Rogers will escort you to the unrestricted area, Doctor. Thank you.
Man, all that work, you don't get to know.
Nope. MIT Defense Labs. It's pretty much how things go. Engineering or math, science, you kind of end up in the military somehow.
Hey, look, you made the cover of Fortune again.
These scholars of trivia.
Exactly what's the difference between genius and most genius? Anyway, you got 10 minutes. Before your new class?
Can I not get a note from a doctor or something?
You teaching?
I think so.
MIT gets America's great minds of today, teaching America's great minds of tomorrow.
Put in your dues, I guess.
Yeah. Like the least personable person to teach.
Can we leave one open, Professor? It's really hot.
It's also really loud.
This class will be a waste of your, and what is infinitely worse, my time. However.
Ooh. Oh, I don't like that.
Miss.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly.
I was wondering if there's any way you could work someplace else for about 45 minutes?
Not a problem.
Thank you so much.
There was a different solution.
Often a number of solutions for any given problem. This problem here will take some of you many months to solve. For others among you, take you the term of your natural lives.
Damn.
Is that their single assignment?
Might be. Need a Matt Damon.
Right?
Professor Nash.
Oh, there's Big Brother.
William Parcher. Big Brother. Impressive work at the Pentagon.
Yes, it was.
This project was under my supervision.
Yeah.
Which project?
The project?
No family, no close friends.
Mainly it's because people don't like me. We were told during our initial briefing that these warehouses were abandoned.
Definitely not.
The Soviets reached this facility before we did, and we lost the damn thing.
Ooh.
Control of the bomb and intends to detonate it on U.S. soil.
Jeez.
Codes embedded in newspapers and magazines, and that's where you come in.
Damn.
Best natural code breaker I have ever seen.
This is really high stakes.
Oh, yeah.
Find any hidden codes, decipher them.
Okay, this may be a little uncomfortable.
Oh.
What's that?
He just implanted a radium diode. These numbers change over time.
What the heck?
So what am I now? A spy?
I think so.
Damn.
You've just an ever-changing code in your arm?
What are you working on?
Classified.
Yeah, can't say.
The problem that you left on the board. I solved it.
Damn.
I never said that the vector fields are rational functions. The solution is elegant, ultimately incorrect.
Did he give an unsolvable problem?
Or he didn't even give the full information.
I'm wondering if I can ask you to dinner.
Forward?
Friday at 8. A name, or should I just keep calling you Miss?
Miss Alicia Larde.
You never got the name till then?
You boys need to look good. God must be a painter.
Wonder what the looks are for.
Champagne would be lovely. We'll be outside.
I will get the champagne.
Learning as he goes.
Who are these guys?
I don't know. I wonder if he has people watching him to make sure he doesn't reveal any secrets or talk to a spy that he doesn't know.
Maybe.
Like, could she be a spy?
He was also selected for this because he had no loved ones and connections.
Right.
Pick a shape, an animal, anything.
An umbrella.
Gonna make an umbrella?
Oh, whoa.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Is he seeing something? Artificial life? Cuba.
Oh, it's wax.
I was like, did he cut himself? Cracked it. Damn, I totally forgot about the code in his arm. Oh, what?
What was that?
Someone running. Is he being followed? That was sketchy.
I find you attractive. Your aggressive moves towards me indicate that you feel the same way. Continue with the number of platonic activity before we have sex.
Straight to the sex.
All I really want to do is have intercourse with you as soon as possible. You're gonna slap me now.
How was that result?
Unexpected.
What are you doing?
I'm attempting to isolate pattern reoccurrences within periodicals over time.
You talk funny, Mr. Nash.
Whoa, why do you know that's Nash?
My uncle says you're very smart, but not very nice.
Prodigal roommate.
Oh.
My sister got herself killed in a car crash.
Oh.
Her cowboy husband was too drunk.
You're so small.
Well, she's young, John. That's how they come.
I feel like I'm seeing a pattern, and I have a theory, but I don't know if it's correct or not.
Well, I met a girl.
No, a human girl? Well, there's no accounting for taste, is there?
Alicia, please don't be angry. I just lost track of time at work. Again.
Again.
Happy birthday. Remember you said that time God must be a painter because of all the colors at the governor's house?
Oh, he was listening.
I didn't think you were listening.
Always listening.
Ooh, save the day with that.
Alicia, does our relationship warrant long-term commitment? I need some kind of proof, some kind of verifiable.
Just give me a moment to redefine my girlish notions of romance. How big is the universe?
Infinite.
How do you know for sure?
I don't, I just believe it.
It's the same with love, I guess.
All the data's there.
The part that you don't know is if I want to marry you.
Hi, how are you?
Oh.
Always watching.
Is he so panicked?
I don't know. What happens if he doesn't get out before that gate closes? Uh-oh.
Get in. Hurry. Drop's been compromised.
Oh! Damn, where's some, like, backup or something? Oh! Oh, shit! That was an adventure?
Yeah, that took like a wild turn.
Hi.
Something wrong?
I don't know. I mean, he's shocked.
Are you all right?
Come on, open the door. Let me in.
Now he doesn't know what to think. Man. Everyone looks so suspicious.
Oh.
That was during class?
Oh my god, he looks like a mess.
No class today.
I feel like that was maybe their first day.
John.
Out of nowhere.
This is not what I signed on for.
I understand. Better than you could possibly imagine.
Of all people.
We're closing in on the bomb. And don't you think your fear is a small price to pay?
Alicia's pregnant.
Oh.
I told you attachments were dangerous. I keep the Russians from knowing you work for us. You quit working for me. I quit working for you.
Damn. Sell you out if you stop.
It's trapped.
Parcher! Parcher!
John, you all right?
Anyone with like a black coat and a hat.
Turn off the light.
You have to go to your sister's.
Just get your things.
I'm not leaving.
Stop! Stop it.
Harvard now. Princeton, MIT, Harvard.
How can I miss seeing a guest lecture by the inimitable John Nash?
See that if the zeros of the Riemann.
It's just hard for him to focus on anything else.
This is hard to watch.
The face of relativistic exploration.
Man, these black coats. Oh no, just left his bag?
Hold it! Professor Nash? What do you want?
Dr. Rosen, I'm a psychiatrist.
Oh!
I know who you are! I know who you are! Charles the Russians! Call somebody!
Damn, just got him like that. That's Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh.
I think so.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like her. Oh, he's tied up.
Sorry about the restraints.
Ooh, rule?
I don't know anything.
There's no good in keeping secrets, you know.
What are you doing there?
I didn't mean to get you involved in this.
Or he's not there.
Charles?
He is there. What's happening?
Who are you talking to? Tell me who you see.
How do you say Charles Herman in Russian?
There's no one.
He's right there.
That was the theory I thought I was seeing.
I don't know anything. Stop! I don't know anything.
You never saw Charles with anyone else in the entire movie.
They call the Department of Defense. My name is John Nash.
Even a little clue when the little girl was running around with the pigeons didn't move or interact.
I did notice that, which I thought was weird.
John has schizophrenia.
Schizophrenic.
His illness may have gone untreated far longer than is typical. An imaginary roommate named Charles Herman.
Even you pointed something out when you were like, there's only one bed.
Have you ever met Charles? Has he ever come to dinner? Was he at your wedding?
Nope.
This is ridiculous.
I phoned Princeton. According to their housing records, John lived alone.
Dang.
He's a government spy fleeing the Russians.
You're making him sound crazy.
Showing the difference between what's real and what is in his mind.
What about that other guy who's always coming around? Big Brother.
Have you seen anyone else interact with him?
No. So is all of that imaginary?
I think so.
You want me to help you get the details of my husband's work?
John thinks I'm a Russian spy.
Well, maybe he is a Russian spy. I don't know. I don't know how this movie plays out.
I want to see what John's been working on.
Let's stop.
Oh, I don't think you're stopping her.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Top secret, part of the military
Was he?
effort. Possible, you know, I mean, directives come down all the time.
Yeah, even he like popped out of the office when that guy left.
And he kind of looked like he didn't see anything.
Yeah, so where's this place he's been going?
Yeah, or the thing in his arm. Like, is that real? Oh, that's not looking good. The spoiler that I thought I knew was that over time he lost his mind, but not to this extent. I do not remember this.
All his stuff in there?
Maybe. Might just be a bunch of gibberish.
Just have to talk quietly. They may be listening. Maybe microphones. They're keeping me here to try to stop me from doing my work.
There is no William March.
It's not good.
Dropping packages in a secret mailbox for the government to pick up.
How could you know that?
Saul followed you.
Oh, was that him that one day?
They've never been opened. It isn't real. It's in your mind.
He's not going to be able to accept that.
John!
Code red.
Code red?
Observation room 2.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
Oh, he's looking for the chip in his arm.
The implant's gone.
There was never an implant. Oh, this is not good. I'm just thinking of like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
This is what, we're in the 50s? 60s?
Yeah, 50s, I think. What are they even doing?
How often?
5 times a week for 10 weeks.
5 times a week for 10 weeks? They make him have a seizure or something?
I think it's like whatever treatment they're giving him, I'm assuming is like a side effect.
Year later.
John won't come near the campus, though. I think he's ashamed.
Was he out?
Sounds like it.
How are you holding up?
Well, delusions have passed.
I mean, how are you?
Look at him, and I'm transformed into someone who loves him.
It's really sad.
Yeah. Just living for those brief moments of how things used to be.
You met Harvey? Relax, it's okay. There's no point in being nuts if you can't have a little fun. I can take those later.
Just embarrassed.
Yeah. I mean, he won't even go to Princeton.
Trying to solve the Riemann hypothesis. Hard to see the solution.
Damn.
You know, John, you should go easy. Other things besides work.
What are they?
His mind just like saw things in terms of mathematics, and now he can't do that anymore.
Try leaving the house. Talk to people. Try taking out the garbage.
That's a step.
And there's some more.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Garbage men.
Garbage men don't come at night.
I guess around here they do.
Oh.
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 Oh my gosh. But now does she feel terrible?
Sorry.
I'm glad they had that little moment.
Yeah.
Is it the medication?
Oh. Situation's just so bad.
I feel like she's just been holding everything in.
Yeah.
I can get 3 hours of overtime.
So she's having to work overtime? Yeah, I mean, like, he doesn't feel like himself, and she doesn't have him.
Good night.
Good night.
Uh-oh. He's not taking it. Oh, damn, now he's starting to see things. Is this real now?
Probably just some kids.
Good to see you, John.
Nope.
You're not real.
Of course I am. Don't be ridiculous.
They're not real, man. There's no way.
Their codes have grown increasingly complex.
Dr. Rosen said
Rosen.
quack.
Psychological bullshit.
It's like he so badly wants us to be real.
Do I look like I'm imagined?
Yes.
I can let the world know what you did.
I was so scared you weren't real.
Dang. How long did he stop taking those pills for?
Yeah, what, he was taking 2 a day, so it looked maybe like a week? Is she hearing this?
I feel like he's in the shed messing around, but then where's the baby? Damn. Oh, I don't like this. Oh my god.
Charles, you just watched the baby. Got one more.
Oh, at least she got there in time.
No one here.
I can see him because of the chemical that was released into my bloodstream.
That sucks to see this setback.
You gotta stop her, John.
Answer me!
Countless people will die. I'm sorry, John.
Oh!
No! You take care of her, you pathetic piece of shit, or I'll take care of you. Do what he says.
Oh my god. His mind is just so broken.
She never gets old.
He figured it out.
He did.
She can't be real. She never gets old.
Oh, what a breakthrough at the last second. It's no one.
Why did you stop your meds?
I couldn't help with the baby. I couldn't.
He's your wife?
Couldn't respond to my wife. It's a problem with no solution.
There's no theorem, no proof. Mind is where the problem is in the first place.
I mean, he used his mind to figure it out with the little girl.
Without treatment, John, the fantasies may take over.
They just exist so like vividly in his normal life.
For years.
I can't go back to that hospital. Maybe you'll just give me some time.
Would you have hurt me, John?
I don't know.
Oh, like the one time he hurt her, in his mind, he thought he was stopping her from getting shot.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't said to call if you try and kill me or anything.
What'd she say?
He said to call if you try to kill me.
You wanna know what's real? This.
Like, I'm afraid, is she even here? Or did she already leave with Rosen?
No, I think she's there. We did hear 2 car doors close, which I didn't love.
I need to believe that something extraordinary is possible.
He's back.
Yeah. 2 months.
Seems that you won after all, Martin.
They were wrong, John. No one wins.
John, I'm sorry, but you have to tell him. Tell him your work is critical. John, please.
Damn. Just has to keep fighting.
Is there any chance that you could ignore what I just did? Alicia and I think that fitting in, being part of a community, might do me some good. Might help me elbow out these
imposters?
Certain delusions that I have.
Will you be needing an office?
No, I could just work out of the library.
Oh no.
Is this what you are, soldier? You're gonna end up in a cell. Old, worthless. You are not real. You're still talking to me, soldier.
God, he's trying so hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great John Mann.
It's like at least these characters that he comes up with are like the same. And it's not like a different person that confuses him every time. He's getting better at identifying who's real and who's not.
Maybe I have to think about going back into the hospital again.
Maybe try again tomorrow.
Charles, you've been a very good friend to me. I won't talk to you again.
You stay away.
This will be my first class.
Never attended class.
You are being pathetic. I'm ashamed of you.
Stop.
Dad, you've got my book.
What?
This grown up? I feel like so much time has passed. Yeah, figure 8. An old man now.
Did you just solve Riemann? You're John Nash. I've been studying your equilibrium to come up with something totally original the way you did. I've been developing a theory.
I hope this guy's real.
Everything is connected, that it's all part of the same subject.
When was the last time you ate?
Food, pizza.
Isn't there 2 categories?
Uh-huh.
He needs some confirmation.
Alicia.
The thyrobiological being applies to the thyrobiological aid. Actually focusing in and comprehending the...
It's like one of those moments where she knows Like she sees who she fell in love with?
I was thinking that I might teach.
You're a terrible teacher.
I've been gone? They're not gone, but I've gotten used to ignoring them. They've kind of given up on me. They're my past, Martin. Everybody's haunted by their past.
Maybe in the spring. You, scared?
Terrified. You're gonna get me in
I'll ring her.
an awful lot of trouble.
Oh, he's a class?
Have a nice day.
Goodbye. Papers in hand.
1994?
Can you see him?
Yeah.
Just need to check.
I'm here to tell you that you're being considered for the Nobel Prize.
Whoa.
Equilibrium has become a cornerstone of modern economics.
Suddenly everybody likes that one.
Shall we have tea?
Oh, in this room?
I don't go in now. I usually just take my sandwich in the library.
Thank you, young lady.
I have a son that age, Harvard.
Oh, on Harvard.
The image of the Nobel is...
Oh, I see. So you came here to find out if I was crazy.
Ah, wow.
I am crazy. I take the newer medications. I still see things that are not here.
I'm sure there's been huge advancements in treatment.
Professor Nash. It's good to have you here, John.
Got a pen.
A privilege, Professor.
Professor.
Dang. Ooh, a gold one. He won?
It is only in the mysterious equations of love that any logical reasons can be found. You are the reason I am.
That was beautiful. Still has it. Evolutionary biology. Wow. No way. All right. That was a beautiful mind. What'd you think?
I loved that.
Yeah?
I feel like it was like an emotional roller coaster throughout. The beginning of that film, I did not see any of that coming. Yeah, I made the comment about Charles and like there only being one bed, which I was wrong. Like we weren't even in the bedroom.
Right.
And you look back now and it's like, oh, like he never talked to anyone, like the whole, desk flying out the window.
Yeah.
Like all of those little things, it makes sense. And especially the bird thing that you mentioned. I totally did recognize that as it was happening, especially because earlier on, John said he was trying to like figure out an algorithm for the patterns of the birds.
Right.
So that kind of put even like more of like a spotlight on the pigeons. So when they weren't running, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but whatever.
Right.
Didn't really think it was like going to be that important. But damn, like that was such a roller coaster. And like we went through John's like whole life.
Pretty much, yeah, since he pretty much got to Princeton. For me, I had this idea, like a spoiler, that I kind of remembered from this movie, that what I thought was that he obviously has a beautiful, brilliant mind, and that it was just him being a great mathematician, and that his mind started to fail him, and that he could no longer do math. I did not know anything about the schizophrenia. I had no idea about the whole like spy code breaking plot line.
Yeah.
So I was way off in my memory and expectation for this movie. So this was a big surprise.
Which is good.
Which is great. The first time that I had suspicion of what was going on was when Nash was like in a meeting or something with like one of the directors or something like that for like assignments or something. And it like cut to Charles in like the hallway being like excited for him. And I was like, why would he be here standing outside of like the office door of this meeting? Like that just doesn't seem normal. And then I started to think of like, has he interacted with anyone at the bar?
Yeah.
And then it really, like I already had my suspicion. And then when I saw like the little girl run through the pigeons and like nothing reacted to her, I was like, okay, she's not real. From that point forward, I was like, it wasn't a story about like his mind failing him so that he couldn't do math. It was that he had undiagnosed schizophrenia for who knows how long.
Right.
And the reveal that he had schizophrenia, that comes like halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
And like the rest of the movie, it's hard to get through because it's just depressing and devastating to see this person who clearly was brilliant enough to win a Nobel Prize just like have his own mind fight against him.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, like the relationship too with Alicia, with Jennifer Connelly, like it was so beautiful, and like she was sticking by him no matter what. And obviously the moment with his son like absolutely broke my heart in the tub.
That was so bad.
And, you know, just watching Nash just fight to not see these things. And when this is first all happening and he's trying to fight it, and, you know, he decides not to go back to Dr. Rosen and he's on campus and everything, it's just so heartbreaking because he knows exactly what's going on. He knows who's not real. And I mean, for me personally, like when I'm like having like a nightmare, there's times in my nightmares where I can like establish that I'm having a nightmare.
Oh, okay.
And I try to wake myself up. Like, I'm like, you're asleep, like wake up, this is just a dream. And I feel like it was similar to that with him. Obviously, this is not a nightmare, this is his real life.
Right.
But it was like he was like arguing with them in order to try to get them to go away. But the fact that no one else can see them, it just looks so terrible from the outside. And he's causing like a big disturbance in that. So the fact that he like learned and he just was able to deal with it eventually and just ignore them. Like he would see them, but to know that they're in his mind, and it's like if you ignore them, they're not going to interact with you because they're in your mind.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was this struggle, this back and forth where it's like, can you really distinguish what's real and what's not? And there were so many times where they just seemed to like live so vividly in what was going on in the real world. Even like little moments where, you know, he kind of thought he had it for a second.
Yeah.
He like saw the little girl sitting there and he heard some crying and he was like, oh, is that the baby? And I was like, baby's not even here.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, damn. Like you kind of had this feeling that he thought he kind of had it figured out. I mean, the reveal of him realizing that she wasn't aging when he like runs out in the rain, that was huge. Like that was such a major moment.
That was so scary too, because he has Archer like coming out and like literally pointing a gun at Alicia, pointing a gun at him. It's terrifying. So for him to run out into the street, it feels like, oh my God, like what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do to her? What is he gonna do to his son? And for it to end with him being like, she doesn't age, it was like such a sigh of relief to know like, okay, like you've got this, like you have the knowledge now that you know that this is not real.
Yeah, your mind can do something to protect itself from itself to a certain degree. He wasn't able to, you know, banish them and never see them, but he started to learn how to live in this world that only he lived in.
Right.
Even like those little moments where he was teaching the class and he was like, can you tell me if this guy is like real or not?
I loved that part.
It's this combination of just like beautiful and tragic, because it's like he accomplished so much, but what could he have also done if he didn't have to spend a significant portion of his life living with this issue that, when you think about it, like this originating in like the 50s or something.
Yeah, they started in the 40s.
In the 40s or whenever he started to have these issues, what was the medication or the science or the treatment compared to like what we have now to help people? I mean, he's probably working with close to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously watching him in that facility and he's having seizures. I don't know anything about schizophrenia and like how it's treated. The fact that they're just like pumping him full of insulin and just watching like the side effects of it, it just seemed inhumane. Obviously it wasn't, you know, we talked kind of about remembering One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
And obviously it wasn't quite to that extreme, but it's just like there's not enough knowledge at that point to know. And I mean, we're still learning and growing in medicine all the time, but to watch him age and to get to 1994 and he's like, oh, like I'm taking the new stuff now, it's like, wow, like what a difference. Obviously he still was seeing them,
right,
even at that point, but it just probably so much more manageable, and it's not something that he's like doesn't want to take or he doesn't want to go to the facility. Like just take it and move on with your day.
Yeah. And I mean, that was so powerful for him to be able to have that familiarity with Princeton and to be able to spend time there. And it reminded me of that moment when Alicia was talking about like the brief moments that she can like look at him and remember who he was and who she fell in love with and like who her husband is and if it's still in there and stuff. And like when she comes in and he's sitting at that table talking to all those people and everyone's just like fascinated by what he has to say, you know, the equations and stuff. We see like a transition of when he first kind of starts and it's just a bunch of numbers 1 through 10 pretty much.
Yeah.
But then later on, decades and decades go by and now he's back to what seemingly is very difficult mathematics, and he's able to read it and understand it and process it. He understands also to like ignore the patterns that were driving him crazy with trying to solve them. It was just this like sweet moment of like, he's still there. And she saw that and kind of some tears are in her eyes and stuff. And so there was just so many beautiful moments in this, filled with just a rough story.
Yeah. Obviously, one of my favorite parts of the story is just like the love story between Nash and Alicia. But I also have to say the story arc with Hansen was incredible. Like the very end there is just like heartwarming, especially at that moment when he takes Alicia back into the library that you were just talking about.
Yeah.
He obviously is just like kind of a shitty guy. Nash is also a shitty guy. When they get to Princeton, they're sharing this scholarship. There's like that rivalry already. I mean, they're so like arrogant, both of them.
Right, yeah.
And they have this like weird dynamic. It's not like a friendship, I guess like frenemy type thing.
Yeah, frenemy is a great one.
But to see him like come full circle, and he's obviously been very successful. He's now like high up at Princeton working there. And for him to like take the time to sit down with Nash, Nash to like acknowledge like, can you just ignore what I just did?
Right, yeah.
It just was like really nice to see that he like matured and he grew, and knowing Nash and how brilliant he is, he was willing to give him a chance.
Right.
So I loved that like arc for him.
Yeah, it was like a seemingly enemy or villain type of situation that they were setting up. But the reality is that they were great friends, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Everyone. The two guys that he was working with, Saul and Bender. It's just crazy that his world was like very believable at the time too. Like it's not like he was imagining that, I don't know, he was on like a NBA team, like a basketball team, like code breaking. That seems extremely plausible. Like even for us to think of like, oh yeah, of course, you know, a brilliant mathematician would be used to break these codes, and the way he saw the world and the way he saw patterns, and it just seemed so real that everyone else around him could fall for it, seemingly. Like even the fact that the wife was like, well, he works on very top secret stuff. I had a friend who worked for one military company and his dad worked for a competing military company. And it was always funny because like whenever I would like have dinner with their family, they can't talk about their jobs to each other. They just gotta be like, sorry, I'm doing some top secret stuff and you're doing some top secret stuff. So it's just a plausible world where he was able to live in this lie essentially for so long without it being noticed. It's just a blessing that it finally was.
Yeah, especially before things got too bad. There was obviously some really scary moments in there, but overall, like with the support of like everyone around him and modern medicine, he was able to get back to somewhat normal life.
Right, a life that he could manage to the point where he could go back to teaching.
Yeah, and that Nobel Prize was like the icing on the cake.
Oh yeah, and how he related that to like love, that for me connects to like the first time meeting, how, you know, there seemed to be two solutions. It was either loud noise or hot classroom. And she comes in and it's like, actually there's a third one. I can just ask them to stop working. And then for that to come back again where it's like, I either, you know, live alone without medication or I go back to the hospital. She kind of comes in, she's like, I don't really remember the dialogue, but it's something about like, what happens if the answer is not in your mind, it's in your heart. And for him to have that speech on the Nobel Prize about like the greatest thing he's ever solved or something was related to love, dedicating everything to her and her support, it was beautiful.
So beautiful. A highlight of the movie for sure. And everyone was absolutely fantastic cast-wise. We saw some familiar faces. Obviously Ed Harris, we've seen a good amount on the channel. Russell Crowe, of course, we already discussed. Jennifer Connelly, and then Paul Bettany, is that how you say his name?
Paul Bettany, yeah.
Yeah, so Marvel Universe.
Marvel, also Master and Commander. Paul Bettany was the doctor.
You're right. So With Russell Crowe.
With Russell Crowe, yeah. And Paul Bettany and Jennifer Connelly are married in real life.
I did not know that.
Oh, no?
No.
I'm wondering if they met on this movie. They must have met on some set because they've been married for quite a while, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Everyone played their role perfectly. It was very believable. If I didn't have some sort of a hint that he was losing his mind going into this, I think it would have taken me a lot longer to understand more signs, or maybe I never even would have figured it out that he was schizophrenic. So just the way that it was visually shot, when you go back, I think this would be a fantastic movie to watch again to see all of the little signs and clues that you're like, dang, I did not see that. Because I mean, the major one for me is like the pigeon, but there was probably 10 more that I didn't even notice.
Oh, totally. And also her not aging. Like that wasn't something that I caught on to.
Nope, not at all. So I think this was a fantastic movie. Another Ron Howard movie. We just saw Apollo 13. So this was excellent.
Yeah, no, fantastic. I'm really glad that this was recommended.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction for this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.